Hey there guys, it was Nature88 and I'm back again with an episode of Fishing Planet. Now hopefully you guys brought all your rods and reels and your tackle and your line sets because we're going to be here again doing Exploration 2. This is going to be a bit of a doozy. Because obviously I've still got all the lines and rods I had from last time. And we're mostly going to be using my feeder rod set for this one. Because obviously the mission we are doing is the Exploration 2. Channel catfish, bowfin and gars, as well as the gaff top shell catfish. Basically these fish are all bottom feeders. So you're going to need a feeder rod for these. You can use a float rod or you can use lures, but feeders are going to be a lot easier for these fish. Should be anyway. For me, they might be a bit tricky because I haven't brought all the gear with me. So I'm going to have to hope for the best that I catch all these fish. Now obviously my hooks, I haven't brought a huge amount of different hooks. It's going to be a bit more of a challenge for me. What have I got on there? I've got an 8, so I'm going to have to change that to a 2. Most of the baits I'll be using will be small cut bait for this. You can use medium cut bait. Preferably shiners can be good for some of the fish as well. But we'll get into this and track it now. Where am I at the minute? I'm here. So we're going to go to this location now. Unfortunately, most of these are going to be caught at night time. Mostly. So I need to look for the night fishing time. Which for me isn't exactly a great thing. Because it's going to be even more hard to get the fish. You can catch them during certain parts of the day. If you're very lucky. Oh, hello. Did not expect them to be here. So, obviously, we're going to try and catch, hopefully, the Florida gar around here. Oh, I need to unclip that. And it should be, if I remember rightly, it should be around this spot here. Is where you can catch the Florida gar. Usually, you can catch them more in the daytime than, well, I mean, early hours of the day. Unfortunately, I think I might be past that point. So let me just get my hook set, well, my leader set just right. There are a few other spots which we can go to, but they are mostly all going to be nighttime fishing. So I'm going to see if I can catch any during the day-ish time. I should hopefully catch them. And that is really taking my line, so I might need to drag up just a little bit. So I'm hoping this should be the Florida gar. I'm hoping. Now, obviously for me, because I'm still using basic standard rod setup in that lot, this is going to take me a little bit of a fight. And that doesn't seem to be a gar. No, that is definitely the gar. Awesome. That's not a bad sized fish neither. But yeah, like I say, just around that spot there, should be absolutely fine to catch the Florida gar. There is a spot over. Actually, I'll show you. A bit easier. You can come down to around here and aim around in this spot around here. You should be able to catch the Florida gar around there. I know during the Halloween event, there's I think it's the vampire gar, which is just around here for the Halloween event, just in case you guys are wondering. If you're watching this when it's the Halloween time. Right, so obviously I'm not going to catch anything down in this area. It's going to be this spot, which we just caught the Florida gar, which is around here. I'm going to go to this spot to try and catch the channel catfish and the bowfin. So, which one is it? Is it the channel catfish? Yeah. The channel catfish can be caught around here. And the bowfin is supposed to be able to be caught around this spot around here. Supposed to be. I haven't done it in a while, so I don't know if they've changed it. And obviously, I'm used to playing on console more than PC. Now, if you are fishing this location and you're looking to get a bit of extra cash, you can use a lure around here and around in this spot. And you should get them bass as well, a lot easier. So we're going to cast about here-ish. And hopefully, I won't have too much problems. Also, I'm going to pick up a slack of my line. And bend my rod just a little bit so I can sense that bell going off when it gets taken. Like I said, I'm using a 2 hook. You know, I know most people will probably be using something a bit heavier. I'm not really trying to catch the biggest or heaviest fish, so that's why I'm using a bit of a smaller hooks. And that's not the fish I'm after. That is actually something else, unless that's a really small one. That's a brown bullhead. Okay, we'll call it brown bullhead in this area as well. But yeah, see, I'm not just catching the one fish, I'm catching quite a few others. I could use a bigger hook, which might help stop me getting the brown bullheads, because the brown bullheads are going to be pretty small. Again, I'm not going to be too worried about catching the other fish, because I need to get my net filled up a bit more and get some cash in. Now, like I say, these fish that I'm actually after are more nighttime feeders than the daytime. So maybe I should go for more the PM, around about 7, 8 p.m. time onwards. I couldn't be lucky, maybe get them up to 9 a.m. Can be. The gaff top shell catfish should be fine during any time. It's just more the bowfin and the channel catfish, which can be a little bit tricky on the daytime. Same for the Florida gar at times. So do be careful when you're at these locations for fishing them. And that's definitely a strong fish. And again, I'm just using one bait. I'm just using a small cut bait for all these fish I'm going to try and get. Hopefully I'll get them without too much of a problem. And that was my channel catfish. Awesome. And someone seems to be following me. Right, well, they're using shiners. Right, let me get in this corner. Like I said, I'm going to go aim over here. I'm going to hopefully get the bowfin. Let it hit the water. It goes down. It's pretty nice. Pick up the slack and bend the rod just a little bit. Now, like I say, because I'm using the actual feeder on myself, because I haven't got a stand, that's why I'm picking up the slack, and then I'm putting a bit of a bend into my rod. Because you can see the bend in the rod itself. You might not see it at the top or underneath your bait, but at least I put a slight bend into it. And it's a good indicator for when you get a fish biting your rod a bit easier. I know what some people do is they just throw it out, they don't take up the slack, and they go, oh, I'll clip it because that's the way of doing it. No, pick up the slack, bend the rod, because that's going to help you indicate when a fish is biting a bit easier, because you'll get the tension coming up on here, as you noticed with me. And there's the brown bullhead again. So now we're going to come over here and cast again. Now, clipping your line can help, especially when you need to get the set distance or set location. But if you're going to do it manually, like I mostly am at the minute, I'm not going to be too worried. I know it should be in this area which I'm at, so it should be in around here. Like I said, it's fine, that sweet spot. Again, it could be to do with the time, so do be a bit careful with it, guys. Hopefully I'm going to catch all these fish during this time period. I should be very hopeful. And as you saw, there was a bit of tension on my rod and reel and line then, just a moment ago. Very quick, very smooth. So if I just put a bit more slack on the line a bit by moving it to the side, I could reel it in it just a little bit, but it should be fine. I just have to hope that it hasn't actually got snagged. It can get snagged, don't get me wrong, but hopefully the fish hasn't moved the bait to get it snagged. So I've got to hope this bowfin takes it a little bit easier. And hopefully this will work a little bit better. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. At least this isn't taking as long as the last video. That one took a bit of time to get recorded. I'm hoping this doesn't take as long. Well, I'm hoping anyway. Obviously, come on here, because I'm not really going to try and do the 30 days or more. Oh, come on. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That is definitely a hit. Now, as you can tell, my drag is pretty high up, so I have to be more careful when it comes to these fish and to bring them in. Now, like I said, I'm using a basic standard gear setup. And I know a lot of people are going to be using gear that is too overpowered and too strong, because obviously you're going to need it most and more for the tarpon. But at the minute, I'm not fishing the tarpon. When I'm fishing the tarpon, I'm going to be dreading it, because I know for a fact the only rod that's going to get the tarpon is my lure rod, because I haven't got a strong enough feeder and I haven't got a strong enough float rod set up for the tarpon. And tarpons can be very tricky to get in. This should hopefully be the fish I need. It should hopefully be the bowfin. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Come on, you. Oh. Yeah, that is the bowfin. Yep. So like I said, I caught on that spot. And again, guys, I'm using this with a 2 hook. So I know a lot of people say, oh, you gotta use these big hooks. Yeah, you only have to use a bigger hook if you're gonna get bigger fish. Sometimes using a bigger hook will help you stop getting for the smaller fish. But again, I'm doing this so I can try and catch the fish that I need in the locations. So yeah, that area is for the bowfin. That area is for the channel catfish. Oh, I got a bass. Okay, I was a bit wondering what he had then. So we're now going to go to this location. Surprisingly enough, for a topsail gar. This again is going to be one of them tricky situations. Now, obviously, you come to this corner. Oh, hello. Sorry. He's got a drum. Right, I feel like I'm going to be in his way a bit, so I'm going to come to this side. If you're in that corner, just aim a bit ahead. What you're trying to do is aim for around in this area here for the topsail gar. So I'm going to aim for about there-ish. Obviously, the angle's a little bit more different when you're over there. I try not to be in other people's way when they're fishing. Obviously, you would do that in real life, try not to be in people's way. And obviously, you wouldn't be this close to another person when they're fishing unless you actually know the person, then you might fish with them at the same time on the same bit. But yeah, normally I wouldn't even be this close to another player fishing, because obviously I don't want to be in their line sight. Now, as you can see, that guy is using a casting reel and rod set up, so he's spinner fishing over there. As well as he's got, was it 3 rods out? Is that a float? Yeah, he's got 1 float and 2 feeders out. And he's using, is that a slug? That looks like a purple slug. So he's probably have to be a bit more specific than what I am. Now, like I said, I'm after this topsail guy, so hopefully this shouldn't take me too long to get this fish. Obviously, again, guys, if you're watching the long version, I do appreciate it. But if you're watching the short version, you'll basically see where I've casted and the fish being brought in. That's nice. Largemouth bass. Is that I swear that's a slug. Looks like a slug. And I'm not paying attention to my own stuff, am I? Nope. Let me just a little bit. Just pay a bit more attention because I did have some start nibbling, but it gave up. For this location, it can be a little bit tricky. Kind of reason why I like using the fluoro line. It makes it hide the line from the fish, just in case they seem to notice it. Some fish obviously won't care about the lines. Others will do. So, come on, fish. Come on, fish. Come on, fishy. Come on, fishy. Fish, 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 fishy. Come on. I don't want to turn the other direction because I don't. Is it cheap to put my glasses on? Ha! I have the Christmas glasses, so I don't get the glare from the sun, so I can turn this way now. Unfortunately, there is a bit of a blue tint. Obviously, I've removed the glasses. There's quite a bit of glare from that sun, so that's why I'm putting the glasses back on, just so I don't get as much glare, which will make things a bit more. Did I just lose tension on that? I did a bit. I think I've just lost the... Did I just lose bait? No. Good. Right, let's just aim a bit more out. Goes down, plonk, reel it in, and put a bit of a bend. As long as I see the bend, it's fine. It should have it on the diagram a little bit just below the bait, but I usually just zoom in so I see that there is a bit of a bend just there, which is my best indicator. Now again, like I say, could use maybe a bigger hook. I'm going to try with a smaller hook just for a moment, just to see how it does. If it doesn't do too well, I'll put on the biggest hook I've got, which is going to be a 1/0 hook. Not the greatest, but not the shallowest neither. I know some people recommend a 2/0 hook. Again, it's not a bad idea. You should do fine with a 1/0 hook. I'm hoping I can get it with a 2 hook. Again, it could be that it's too small of a hook and the fish just looks at it and goes, nah, don't want that. So, like I say, I'm going to wait a moment just to see if the fish are going to bite it. If not, I'll reel back in, change the hook, cast back out. Again, I should get this with a small cut bait. Again, the fish could be just going, I ain't taking that. You could be joking. That's a laugh, ain't you? They can be a bit finicky at times. But we'll soon find out if they'll take it or not. Come on, fish. Come on, fishy, fishy. Oh, it's better than a brown bullhead, so it should be hopefully the topsail gar, I'm hoping. Topsail gar. First one in a while that I've caught in this location. And again, I've done that with just small cut bait and a 2 hook. You know, I'm not had to go extreme on the size for it all. So yeah, look at that fish. Look at the fishy. Fishy, fishy. Turn around a bit. Look at that fishy, fishy, fishy. Ah, isn't it cute? Yeah, okay, we'll put it in the keep net. But yeah. That was done. Nice, simple and sweet. And we got a bass jig for it. Some Bitcoin and a bit of cash. Awesome. It's in the backpack. So yeah, guys, we got that one done pretty quickly and pretty easily. Obviously, I've had to use the Christmas glasses because that's the ones I've got on me. And we got that mission done. In the bag and all done. And like I said, just from my basic starter feeder rod setup. You don't have to go for the extreme rods, guys. Again, I'm doing it with basic setups. That's a basic starter feeder rod setup, and I got all them on it. Come on! You know, I know when it comes to the tarpon, that's going to be well underpowered for bringing in the tarpon. You know, the only best thing that might be able to bring it in is my lure rod setup. But I have to have a bait for my jig, which I'll do in the next episode. Anyway, hopefully, guys, you have enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please do hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Obviously, hopefully, you've been able to see exactly what I've done. You guys might be able to get the fish a bit easier now if you're having a bit of trouble. I've shown you guys where you can get them. Obviously, I've used the least or the lesser items possible for you guys to help you guys out. So hopefully this has helped you. And to show you don't need a strong rod. You don't need an overpowered rod or setup for it. If you can get it on a basic standard feeder rod setup. You know, if I can do it, I'm pretty sure you guys are able to now do it. Like I say, I got it during quite a good period of time actually, so that was pretty good. I got it early hours in the morning. Like I say, I'm not going after the uniques, I'm not going after anything special, I'm just trying to get that one done. Which we did. So I'll see you guys back again on the lake bright and early for the next episode. So again, guys, don't forget to bring your tackle, your roll, your roars, your lures, your rods, your reels, and everything you're going to need for the next episode. I'll be back right soon. See you later, guys. Have fun. And happy fishing. Bye for now.